All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome to another month in the Vertigo X Idol Alliance here as you have Vertigo Championship Wrestling. We just got done with, I believe it was Damnation. We just got done with our big event, Damnation. Couple title changes there and big event there. And then with IdolPro, we've been working towards our next big event at the end of the month, which is, of course, Tokyo's Most Wanted. So we'll have a show, our next show in 10 days. Things are getting a little bit sketchier this month with availability. As you can see, we kind of had to, we're kind of having to go around a lot of different people for things. In fact, now that I see it, this is getting moved to Saturday, I believe, is what I planned on. Yes. All right. The least amount of people unavailable for that. So we'll have that taken care of. Let's see here. I think we'll be able to damn near sell out Shinjuku here soon. That's a max of 600. As far as Vertigo is concerned, we are in our final month of broadcasting here. Let's take a look at what we've got. So we're on Twitch. We don't really have enough space, it looks like, to be on YouTube in America. So we're gonna stick, I think, where we're at as far as companies go. So extend the deal here for another 3 months. I think everything's pretty much going to be staying the same. What's the hierarchy of time slots? Early evening. I don't think they're going to give us an early evening slot. No, we're still going to have to stay late night programming for 3 months, but that's fine. There you go. Everything's pretty low on the totem pole with that. Let's see here. Extend deal. 3 months. And yeah, they're still not willing to offer that, so we're sitting here late night here as well. Shaking my head, didn't realize this tournament was happening until I saw the YouTube vid. Oh no. One LGBT representative. I think there's 2, at least. I think Effie's in it. Effie should be in it. And then you've got Pero. You got at least 2. Depending on what you watched, AR Fox. Let's see here. There's that. Extend deals. 3 months. Propose. There we go. Extend deal. 3 months. Yeah, we're still not anywhere out of that. At least late night, and at least it's not graveyard. At least take that. All right, so those are all gone. Those are all taken care of. Go ahead and save that. Our title's put up there. I just need to make the actual background for it. And I think we're about ready to get over here. I don't know. What do you know, GLEAT? I'll tell you what GLEAT means. I mean, it's obvious she's wearing some sort of bikini. I mean, I guess that's probably to be expected, of course. But yeah, it's kind of funny. I figured what did she mean by this? What she means is she realizes that Camille and Maki Ito are more than likely making a shitload of money on OnlyFans, Maki especially, and realizes, hey, I could just post some bikini pics and then talk about wrestling a little bit, and I can make a bunch of money. Investments. That's what I was going to do. That's right. We do have a good amount of money. Eventually, I do want to launch my own broadcaster, but I think I'm going to, man, let me see here. Yeah, you know what? I think I am going to invest in a venue because honestly, on days where we're not doing pay-per-views, that's 5,000. We could have a little bit more. We do have some expensive people, obviously. Hey, Toxic, how's it going? 20 bits. Hello from Nova Scotia. Hello. But I think for investments, I mean, we're so far out from even like we're only like what 10% of the way right now towards that. And honestly, I think I would be better suited to at least just have a venue. And I'm just going to name it Vertigo Studio for now. I could name it something else. Something based off of like, I don't know, one of my some old thing that I did at one point. 500 people at this point is about what I really care about. So let's see here. Studio. Let's see. Wrestling TV studio owned by Vertigo Championship Wrestling. There you go. All right, so 12 grand out the door like that. And we're going to go significantly in the hole after our TV tapings. But I think we're going to lose some money, but I think we're going to get a good chunk of it back. We'll see here. Sponsorship-wise, $22,000. So I think we got it. Spending all the company's budget on this venue. How are we going to pay for Shelton now? We'll eventually, it's IOUs. You know what? We'll pay you at the end of the month. We're going to pay for Shelton Benjamin with IOUs. This one right here, sports car. Better hang on to that one. Let's see. Nobody. Nothing going on here. Day one. Flying skinhead punk who hates people. Will use every trick in the book to come out of a fight victorious. Wait, that guy's name's not Phil Brooks. I guess CM Punk would not want to be called a skinhead, but hating people, the fans hate him too. Well, not so much. Every trick in the book to come out of a fight victorious. Mentioned this before. Oh, okay. Norman Smiley re-signing. Let's see. Luther's planning on re-signing. EW hire Thunder Rosa. Was she not hired by them in this? Was she still working NWA? I mean, this is 2020 Thunder Rosa. I mean, she was technically working there full time, wasn't she? Maybe she was still technically NWA in 2020. I can't remember now. I can't remember. Thought buying a venue meant buying a pre-created one. You just buy Madison Square Garden or something. No, we're building it. By the way, 12,000 would not buy. It would not. 12,000 for a 500 seat building. I don't know. I don't think I want to know how bare bones that building would actually be. 12,000 wouldn't even buy the land. You can get something makeshift set up, assuming you already own the land that it's going to be on. What does the state of ROH and WWE look like in this point? Pretty good. I mean, this started in 2020, so this is before AEW bought ROH. In fact, this is still, as you'll see with the next day, this is still in the midst of the Dynamite NXT Wednesday night war. So, they're just going at each other. So nothing significant has changed, I guess, other than like some AEW guys, I think, signed over to WWE and vice versa. I think like MJF signed with WWE and like Chad Gable signed with AEW. Looks like AEW's bringing in some more people. And pre-speaking out, like literally weeks before speaking out. Nyla Rose is retiring. See, Joey Ryan is still someone mentioned in here. Catchphrase for Rob Van Dam. So yeah, Brandy Lauren. Doesn't she work Impact? Brandy Lauren. I feel like Brandy Lauren works Impact now, maybe. See, champions by champions. Yeah, we'll see what the belts look like real quick here. WWE wise, let's see here. Oh yeah, like Brody Lee's still alive. Roman Reigns won Money in the Bank. Roman Reigns won the Royal Rumble. This is 2022, by the way. We're a little bit behind. Asuka won Women's Money in the Bank. Asuka won Women's Royal Rumble. WWE Champion Bray Wyatt, after, let's see, he's 80 days into a reign after beating Drew McIntyre, who held it for almost a year. 24/7 Champion Austin Theory. Intercontinental Champion Matt Riddle. Raw Tag Team Champions Rated RKO. Raw Women's Champion Charlotte Flair. At least in this, they gave the belt to Io, long ago. SmackDown Tag Team Champs Miz and Morrison, because, Morrison was still around at this point. SmackDown Women's Champion Naomi, because, this is 2020 Naomi, who is still around. United States Champion Akira Tozawa. Actually, that feels like a new one. That's interesting. Universal Champion Dolph Ziggler, after beating Finn Balor, who held it for 1 year and defended it 22 times. Actually, so after Balor held it for a full year after beating Strowman, he defended it 22 times, and Dolph Ziggler's on his 243rd day as the Universal Champion. Bray Wyatt's only got the 80 there. Women's Tag Champs Carmella Dana Brooke. Damn. NXT wise, I think they really shook up NXT stuff here. Let's see here. NXT champion Keith Lee, because, Keith Lee was still there. Arya Daivari, the Cruiserweight champion. North American champion Karrion Kross. Tag team champs Timothy Thatcher and Marcel Barthel. And Chelsea Green, the NXT women's champion. I do want to see, what is AEW's... I don't think I've checked in on AEW's titles recently. So TNT champion Cody. Why did they? No, they had a belt at that point. Women's champion Hikaru Shida. She held it for a little bit, dropped it to the bunny, and then right back to her. TNT champ. Cody's had it for 171 days after Darby Allin had it for quite a while. MJF had it somewhere in there too, as is Chris Jericho. AEW World Champion Chris Jericho. Looks like Jericho to Moxley to Omega to Vacant for whatever happened there. Must have been some sort of injury maybe. But put the belt back on Jericho. He's been it for 171 days. Yeah, this is pre 2.0 NXT too. Like, yeah, this is original black and gold NXT. I mean, I have the newer logos, but it's still black and gold NXT. And then Angelico and Jack Evans. Holy shit, I don't even remember their tag team name at this point. I guess it doesn't matter because I don't remember if one or both are gone. I know at least one of them are. But yeah, Kazarian, Scorpio Sky, Adam Page, Kenny Omega, Dax Harwood, Cash Wheeler. They held it for like 10 months and then dropped it to Private Party. The Hybrid 2, there we go. I knew there was a 2, I just couldn't remember. And my brain got stuck on EV2 because for whatever reason. I do want to look. Let's see. Best of the Super Juniors, Ryu Lee, G1 Climax. Zack Sabre Jr.'s won 2 years in a row for the G1 Climax. Ibushi's the heavyweight champion. Okada's the Intercontinental champion. Rocky Romero's the junior heavyweight. Roppongi 3K are junior tag. Fale and Tama Tonga are the tag champs. Bad Luck Fale is the United States champ. Yano's the Ope Never champ. Never Six-Man Taguchi, Daisuke Naka, and Kudo. Jay White won the New Japan Cup in 2022. And yeah, the others look like they're coming up. All right, cool. So that's kind of your major championships. I don't think anyone cares about the Impact title. I don't know where they're at with that. Favorite favorite TNA stable EV2. That's what I was sitting here thinking. I'm like, I know it's got a 2, but it's not EV2 because that was that ECW stable in TNA. All right. Complete a signing. Paul Heyman to re-sign. AJ Styles leaving WWE. I'm guessing I'm a little too small for him. A little too small time. Jado, Billy, Dynamite and NXT going head-to-head. Let's see. Kinda new champions in NXT, the Backroom Boys. Oh my god, what a fucking name. What a fucking name. Alright, well, I have to know. They lost the tag titles to Undisputed Era. Wait a minute. So the NXT tag champs. I just looked at that, didn't I? Who are the Backroom Boys? Oh, that was Thatcher and Barthel. They're the Backroom Boys. What the fuck? AJ. I mean, I guarantee. Yeah, I'm too small for him, of course. I mean, I feel like in reality, AJ would be like, well, you know, whoever wants to pay me. You know, as long as you pay me the money that I'm owed. Yeah, let's just ruin our entire this delicate balance that we have going on with our pocketbooks for convenience. No, we have a building now. It's a hotbed. It's important. We're using our building now. Can you imagine if in this AJ goes to AEW? Should have a money whore attribute. Will wrestle for money. I think they kind of have that. I think they have attributes similar to it if I were to look. See, I can't access it now, but I'm pretty positive they have something like that where it's like they'll work for anybody, but you can put something in there that basically, yeah, money motivated. I was gonna say, I was gonna say you can have that in there where, you know, if you're willing to pay the money, it's like, yeah, I'll work for you. Fuck it, why not? Kid Bandit has it. That makes sense. Oh shit, I got an incident. Oh god, don't make it be a bad one. Cyrus Fees and Scott Armstrong. Okay, Wrestler's Court. Hour late to pick up his assigned travel partner. All right. I assume it's his fellow commentator. I assume it's Rich Palladino is his guy. All right. Sorry. I had a itch on my foot there. All right. So GLC, let's do Nick Dinsmore and JT Dunn. Gonna have a quick deal here. Gavin Loudspeaker, that is a name I have not heard in a long time. Is he even still involved in wrestling? All right, standard four-way ending with first fall. Perfect. That's exactly what we need is a fatal four-way. So we have got Desmond Xavier. Oh, all right. Desmond Xavier. JT Dunn. Odinson, and Ty Ray. There we go. Gold label classic. Group 1. We're talking 17 minutes, 14-minute match here. Ty Ray getting the victory. Open match. Not tainted. Decisive. All right. And another angle. Drop that in. 2 minutes. Believe it's Anthony Mayweather promo. Yep. There we go. And we'll just do microphone because it's not going to be out there. Another angle. Drop in Kyler Khan, Caleb Conley, because they're both, I believe, in action. Or at least one of them, I believe, is next week. All right, non-tournament match. We will have a few of those. Just kind of one each show to kind of fill out the cards a bit here and break up the tournament matchups so we can have still a little bit of something kind of going on. We're going to give Facade the victory here. Open match. And a decisive win. Quick, easy win. Neon Ninja's winning, so, you know. Add an angle. Drop it in. 2 minutes. Facade and Wheeler Yuta are going to be talking about them being, I believe, in a match together. Yep, they'll be facing each other. Highly credible bar wrestling. This Matthew Palmer being introduced. All right, main event. Easy peasy. Hi, Doc. We have got AR Fox. We have got Christian Casanova. We have got Matthew Palmer. And we have got Zachary Wentz. Oops. Group 2. And that one's going 19 total, so a 16-minute match. AR Fox getting the win. We'll do open match and decisive victory here. Don't think there's much else going on here. These are all fairly clean matches, I think. And then final bit, 2 minutes. AR Fox looking to punish Zachary Wentz a little bit more. Desmond Xavier coming out for the save. So let's do his acting. Let's do his selling. And I don't know, his charisma. Neutral. We'll do minor successes for them because of the save. There we go. 60 minutes. 9 segments. Everything looking good. All right. So I think we're ready to go already. All right. We are here for Vertigo Attack episode number 33, being held out of the brand new 500-seat Vertigo studio. And we're going to open it up, of course, with the introduction to the Gold Label Classic. We have already introduced the 32 competitors in this. He welcomes everyone to this major tournament JT Dunn interrupts and says that he demands to fight Joe Hennig after what happened at Damnation. His interference, of course, causing his loss against Heath. And after he wins the Gold Label Classic, before he challenges for the World Championship, he plans on beating the hell out of Joe Hennig. And we get our very first matchup, group number 1, Desmond Xavier, JT Dunn, Odinson, and Ty Ray here. And superb wrestling, decent reaction, goes just under 14 minutes before Ty Ray hits JT Dunn with the overtime. JT Dunn was the weak link. Wow, that means, yeah, Odinson, Ty Ray, and Desmond Xavier all pulling it together here. But Ty Ray becoming the very first man in the Gold Label Classic to punch his ticket to the semifinals with his win in the first Fatal 4-Way sudden death match here. And Ty Ray moves on. We get Anthony Mayweather with his championship in the back. And he will be in action next week, and he'll be scouting further contenders for the Gold Label Classic, of course. And once again, touting his still being the champion, of course. There we go. I had to move the... I wanted to change the... there we go. The audio just a bit on that. In the back, we have Kyler Khan and Caleb Conley going over being a successful wrestler. And at least Kyler Khan will be in action next week, and they're going to be planning on finding their success as wrestlers here in the Gold Label Classic and putting over the matchups for next week. And we've got a tag team match here. The Neon Ninjas taking on the Regal Twins. Went just over 9 minutes between them. Let's see here. Everything kind of went okay for all things considered. Looks like Wheeler Yuta carried everybody. Good wrestling, decent reaction, just over 9 minutes. The Hyper Crush by Facade to one of the Regal Twins gets the win for the Neon Ninjas as they're looking forward to, I think, possibly challenge for the tag team titles. But before they can even think about that, Facade and Yuta have a microphone, quickly discuss the Gold Label Classic, and they say that I believe they're one of the only tag teams in the tournament that are going to have to face one another. I might be wrong, and I think Tankman and Lamar will not. So they're the only tag team in Vertigo that will have to face each other in the Gold Label Classic in 3 weeks. They wish each other the best of luck as they prepare themselves for their part in the tournament. Slick Rob, how's it going? Welcome. I'm doing quite well. Vignette on the screen showing the wrestling monster hunter Matthew Palmer, introducing him to the crowd. Even at this point, at least the hometown Iowa crowd, well, not hometown for Palmer, but the home Iowa crowd for Vertigo would be at least somewhat familiar with him. And gets a good pop. Shows his various promotions and how he is looking to go on the hunt in tonight's main event. And we get to the main event. AR Fox, Christian Casanova, Matthew Palmer, and Zachary Wentz, Group 2 in the Gold Label Classic. Great wrestling, decent reaction, went just under 16 minutes. And AR Fox hits the crunch on Christian Casanova. And I should have changed it to Wentz. Wentz would have made a lot more sense. Oops. Oh, well. Doesn't really matter. AR Fox gets the win. And he punches his ticket, moves on to the semifinals where he will be facing, I believe he'll be facing Ty Ray in the semifinals. So we've got our first semifinal matchup set up here. I know in Journey of Wrestling File predicted Courtney Rush debuting in Impact. Nice. I figured it was a matter of time before they did something like that. And AR Fox not done. Of course, he has a grudge against people who haven't been here, new people. Weirdly enough, Matthew Palmer gets out of town, but Zachary Wentz was still in the ring and looks to further attack him. And before he could do any real damage, Desmond Xavier hits the ring, chases him off, and tends to Wentz, and that is the end of the show. 54, very nice show here. I like this. This has been fantastic. Yeah, by the way, finally passed 980 followers. I have. You know what? The biggest, because I could tell you right now, yeah, 2 weeks. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I will tell you right now, I gained like 7 followers in the last 2 weeks. Playing arena football was like the best idea because I was inundated with people who, from channels that I've watched, and they were interested in seeing what was going on. And it has probably also not helped so much that I have become somewhat obsessed with trying out the texture replacements in PS2 to get that running and see what I can make happen there. So there we go. Let's see here. We got another show here. Minor angles don't show up in show history. Oh yeah, I usually even though minor angles, because I think they tell you the difference between minor and major angles. I forget if they tell you that. Yeah, see right there. Minor, major impact. If it's set to minor, it's not very important. This thing like cutscenes and video recaps. That's the thing too, is even for me, I still put that as a major anyway. I probably don't need to, but honestly, I just make everything major anyway. I don't know. That's just me. Not recording the show's history, no impact at all on the show's rating. Major angles are recorded. So yeah, I just do it anyway because I like to think that I'm a good enough booker that I can handle that. Let's see here. Looks like Ricky Starks and Ryan Davidson. I believe they're both in action coming up. So, quick promos to open up the show. I imagine that's like a little, if it's 2 minutes, I imagine it's like a little Saturday Night's Main Event thing where they used to do the little quick promos for people before they hit the stinger. I wish they kind of did that more. No one ever does that anymore. I don't know if it's because it's considered too old school or not, but like you can go and like look up even when they were doing it again in like 2006, the idea where they were doing all the quick little like, you know, here's a 20-second promo or 30-second promo for some of the top people who are going to be showing up tonight. Do a couple minutes to kind of fill people in, like, oh, I'm going to face this guy. I'm going to do this, blah, 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 blah. And then boom, hit the intro. I don't know. No one ever really does that anymore. Maybe like I said, it's way too old school of a thing. Kind of con. We go Ricky Starks and we go Ryan Davidson. Yeah, they never really seem to do like the entrance promos either, like the old school inbox. They specifically only do them during old school Raws now. Those picture in picture promos. I feel like you could, I feel like you've got 3 hours of Raw. You could like do that. Oh, the split interviews. Oh yeah. The split screen interviews. Yeah. They're starting to, well, WWE's doing it a little bit more maybe. Because they've done it with like Brock and a couple other people, I think, too. But yeah, the picture-in-picture promos, they literally only do during old school Raw now. Unbelievable Classic, Group 3. There we go. 16 minutes total. Stark's getting the victory here. You know what? Let's take Everett to take the pin here. I don't want Ryan Davidson taking the pin. Open match, decisive win. There you go. Easy peasy. Just make sure it's all set up the way I think it should be. Angle. There we go. Let's see here. Starks. Ricky Starks. Anthony Mayweather, but he's not going to be on screen. But he's going to be talking about him. Builds him up. I don't think he needs to be built up anymore. He's the champion, but whatever. Another angle. Boom. That's another 2 minutes. I see. Yep. And that's a Jesse Goddard's promo. That's basically just Jesse Goddard. Oh, well, you know what? More than likely. Yeah, more than likely we could put out Caesar and Preston. They're cheap. Bring them out there. Who cares? Build them up a little bit. It helps build them up. Preston, stand there and look sexy. That's all you got to do. Stand there, look pretty. Caesar, can you do it? Not so much. You're more menace than anything, but that's fine. There we go. Match time. Walter versus Suzuki. That makes one scary sable. Should do it more. Yeah, they should. AEW is does enough of that old school stuff. They really should be doing some of that. I mean, they do the split promos. But usually it's like one guy in the ring, one guy on the stage, and that's fine. You know, that's usually the way they do them. But yeah, I think if you get some of the old school stuff, usually easy enough to do if they feel like it's worth it. 11 minutes total. We've got, of course, the champ winning and non-title action. Open match, though. We're going to make it, we're going to do, you know what? We're going to have a distraction. We are going to do a distraction of, let's do Preston Vance. He's gonna get on the ring apron. He's gonna open up his jacket or whatever and just show off his abs. And Mayweather's gonna stare at him and wonder why he's doing that. Yep, there you go. All right. Angle. Quick little 2-minute promo from Mayweather. Basically just reiterating he's the champ. Someone come beat him. There we go. Let's get Cardona. Okay, so Taylor Wyndham and Matt Cardona. Hype up their matches next week. And those are 3 minutes long. Wow. I just went and spent I'm just sitting here thinking about that. That's like $500 right there just to do 3 minutes worth of promo. That's all right. I worked this out already before, so I'm not overly concerned, but I'm just sitting here looking at it like, well, I'm going to have to pay them again to show up to actually wrestle. So they're getting paid separately for this. So I'm spending $500 on 3 minutes of promo. All right, let's see here. Darius Lockhart, Effie, Jerome Daniels, and Shelton Benjamin. When you look at it, it starts to almost look like a certain meme picture Potentially Effie sitting on a couch. Of course, he might enjoy it, though. He probably would enjoy it. Shaking my head. You know, when it's all said and done, it's who should take the pin in this? Should anyone specific take the pin? You know what? Jerome Daniels take the pin, because like, what does he got for I think I'd have to look in his deal here. What is warm momentum? Okay, so he's not cooled off. He's fine. Yep. Gold label classic group 4. Boom. Is this pre-Indie God Cardona? I believe it is. Now, I book him like Indie God Cardona, but yeah, if we're talking mid 2020, this is fresh off of WWE goofy Cody Rhodes friends, Matt Cardona, that kind of flopped in AEW originally. I think that's the era that we're in for Cardona right now. Let's see, Shelton Benjamin. There we go. Boom. Imagine Big Billy Corgan and Big Tyrus over Indie God Cardona. No shit. Like, I wouldn't have picked Tyrus to begin with, but like, I know what Corgan's going for the first time. But yeah, once you probably didn't see a whole lot of tickets moving, despite the fact that the NWA World Title was on Gutfeld. Probably could have put the belt on. I feel like that 3-way was probably the perfect time to do it, and then they didn't do it. And it's like, because I really thought that maybe they were going to protect Tyrus and be like, oh, well, Cardona can just pin Murdoch. Nope, Tyrus still wins. The fuck? Oh, where did I fuck up? 2:16. There it is. I don't think it matters that much, 1 minute either way, but I like having my 60 minutes. Exactly. They have Sandow, and I've not once thought about putting the belt on him. I don't know. Sandow's not bad, but either way. Here we go. Vertigo Attack, episode 34, the second in our tapings here. Opening up with Ricky Starks and Ryan Davidson. They're going to be in the opening contest for the Gold Label Classic. Their preparation for their upcoming match here, as they've been taping their fists, getting their boots on, and getting themselves ready for this tournament. And we get to group number 3 of the Gold Label Classic. Andrew Everett, Kyler Khan, Ricky Starks, Ryan Davidson. Great wrestling, decent reaction. And Starks hits Andrew Everett just over 13 minutes with the Buster Keaton and gets the victory. And Ricky Starks getting out of the 4-way stage here, and he's going to the semifinals. And he'll be facing in that tournament the winner of tonight's main event. Tell me Aaron Stevens isn't a better world champion than Tyrus. All right, well, you have me on that. If you're going to pick between Tyrus and Aaron Stevens, I mean, okay. But if you're going to make me pick between like Aaron Stevens and like Cardona, Starks post-match, he grabs the mic after the match. He warns Anthony Mayweather he's going to be coming out later for his matchup, that he's coming for the title. He plans on winning the Gold Label Classic and challenging for the Vertigo World Championship. You know what Aaron Stevens can win? Whatever they're like, what is it, the national champion? He can win that mid-card belt. I wouldn't be. I don't know who has that belt right now. Stevens can win that. COVID never happened. It's very well made. Ah, okay. I mean, to be fair, this is practically what I'm running right now. Well, no, because COVID still happened, but speaking out didn't happen, and that makes things a little bit more awkward. Godders comes out with the rest of the Neo Body guys, brags about his win at Damnation, and the fact that they will be challenging for the Vertigo tag team titles at some point in the future, but first they got to get through the Gold Label Classic. And he says maybe this is what I need, is winning the Gold Label, getting through the Gold Label Classic, and consider fighting for the world title. But for right now, we'll see what he can do against the world champion. Mayweather coming out to face Jesse Goddard's non-title action. And we got Superb Wrestling Great Heat, just under 9 minutes. Mayweather, we got Preston Vance, who tried to distract him during the match. It wasn't enough for the champ, as he hits Jesse Goddard with the Red Sky and pins him. And Anthony Mayweather successful in non-title action. Did you have David when speaking out happen? I didn't have David Starr. No, I haven't really. No, I think he might have been on my short list, maybe, but Anthony Mayweather is also canceled. That's a good point. He's semi-canceled. He's in NWA, so, it's fine. Post-match, he talks about Neon Zero. He dares anybody who isn't successful in the Gold Label Classic to dare to take the belt off of him. So he's looking forward to some sort of title defense at Neon Zero, but he doesn't know because, we have this tournament going on right now. We've got quick promos here with Taylor Wyndham at his desk with his papers, talking about the Gold Label Classic and other things that he associates with gold, and then immediately he doesn't get much more out with things that he associates with gold before the camera cuts out and we get to Matt Cardona, who is excited with his new Vertigo Heritage Championship. And he's planning on holding that title for quite some time. And then, of course, becoming a double champion by winning the Gold Label Classic and then defeating Mayweather for the title. And, of course, he'll get his chance at the first step of that next week in the Gold Label Classic. Who's the heel here? Yes, exactly. Both of them are heels. To be fair, both of these guys are shit heels. They're part of a four-way. They're not facing each other. And we get tonight's main event. It's Group 4 in the Gold Label Classic. Darius Lockhart, Effie, Jerome Daniels, and the second of our wild card, Shelton Benjamin. Good wrestling, decent reaction. Let's see here. Shelton Benjamin in just under 16 minutes hits Jerome Daniels with the T-Bone Power Slam. Of course, Lockhart and Daniels tried to recruit Benjamin for Lockhart Inc. for a 3-on-1 on Effie, and he wasn't very much having it, and ends up pinning Jerome Daniels with the T-Bone. And Shelton Benjamin will be moving on to the semifinals next month. And of course, as we had earlier in the night, Ricky Starks coming out, stands face to face with Shelton Benjamin. He has a microphone and he says, well, he respects Shelton Benjamin for what he's done in this business and how he is as a competitor. And he's an extremely athletic competitor and he looks forward to facing him, but he mostly looks forward to one of the biggest wins of his career next month when he beats him in the semifinals of the Gold Label Classic. And that is how we will end the show. 56, even better. We are rolling. I like it. I like it. I like it. All right. It looks like we're starting off immediately with this. All right. So we have got Caleb Conley, Preston Vance, Taylor Wyndham, and Tim Donst. There we go. Gold Label Classic Group 5. 18 minutes for the start. And let's see here. Taylor Wyndham. We'll do open match. Let's do a tainted win. This could be something that we could work with on Donst here. There we go. Donst getting cheated out of it. I think we could do that. Right Wing Bros, we won. We got Anthony Mayweather as the champion. We got Taylor Wyndham winning. What more can happen? And Tyrus's music hits, and Kane comes out with him. It's our new tag team champions, Tyrus and Glenn Jacobs. Holy shit! Taylor Wyndham. Yep. So he's cutting a promo. There we go. 2 minutes on that. Book it. Angle. Fox and the Tate twins. All right. 2 minutes. AR Fox. Brandon Tate. Brent Tate. You know what? We'll take the hit on them not being able to talk very much. I think that'll work. All right. Yep. Do that. We got another tag match here. 2v2. Tate twins taking on Rascals. $14 minutes. Let's see here. Let's do Xavier to be the winner. Open match, decisive win. There you go. Here's that angle. What do we got? 2 minutes? 2 minutes. And it looks like Calvin Tankman and Trey Lamar, the first time finally for the new tag team champions. Well, they're backstage, so microphones. Guess it doesn't matter either way. Like microphone, charisma, and entertainment, I feel like are practically interchanged. I don't know. I guess people can have microphone skills, but not, charisma. People can have charisma but can't talk. I guess it's possible. I mean, I guess you got what? Claudio. Claudio's the embodiment of charisma. Well, he can talk. Just not like super amazing promos. Let's see here. 1 minute for... Oh, we forgot to change him. We forgot to change him officially. Lord. He's one called Manders. No. There we go. Now he's going to show up instead of Andrew Everett every single time I book a match. Here we go. 1 minute. Manders. Microphone. Minor success. You know what? I'm going to give him a bigger success. This is like big time, like, hey, big time homecoming. I think it gets a little bit bigger. All right. So we have got one called Manders. We have got Heath Miller. We have got Matt Cardona. And we have got Pero. Nice little main event here. Group 6. We got 19 minutes total of this. Heath Miller. Hey, Emma, how's it going? Open match, decisive win. There we go. Heritage title holder. Nope, we're not putting the title on the line. We got a different thing going for that. Hello, hello. Let's see here. 1 minute real quick. Heath celebrating. Matt Cardona complaining. Hopefully get... let's do selling. How about that? He'll sell his match. You know what? Let's do charisma. Selling a little bit, but mostly playing to the crowd. While Cardona bitches. Just dropped a new RWC update today. Nice. I need to probably look into that. You know, there's a lot of there's a lot of like extra Joshi now that like I sometimes forget to put in, and then I have to be like, well, let me look in some of these other RWC stuff and the plus and the Indies plus and shit like that, just to make sure that, you know, I'm not missing that shit. Because I need more people, more cheap people for my Joshi promotion, because, you know, damn near everybody now is worth shitloads of money. And I don't have shitloads of money. We're going to go off screen because we're not going to pay him right now. But we're going to do it on a star quality. That should work, right? Yeah. I mean, not the greatest, but yeah, we'll take it. There we go. I want to make absolutely sure I'm not paying him for this. I'm just hyping him up. Has not been to be fair, has not been a Galaxy update in ages. Okay. 60 minutes, 9 segments. We're good to go. Perfect. Save it just in case. Other than that. All right. Vertigo Attack, episode number 35, the third in the tapings here. We're opening straight up tonight with group number 5 in the Gold Label Classic. And that is Caleb Conley, Preston Vance, Taylor Wyndham, and Tim Donst. Great wrestling, decent reaction there. Goes just over 15 minutes. Tim Donst looked like he was about to pull out the win. Head and shoulders above everybody else. Yeah, he was killing it tonight. But unfortunately, Taylor Wyndham low blows him and rolls him up and then puts his feet on the ropes. Everything he can to screw Tim Donst out of that. And Wyndham advances from the four-way stage here, from the opening stage. And Taylor Wyndham is going to be in the semifinals. Let's see. Paradigm Pro out in its place. We had a Glory Pro, Grind, and Time Bomb Pro. It's weird. I've heard of Paradigm Pro. I've heard of Glory Pro. I don't think I've heard of Grind and Time Bomb Pro, though. Those are ones I haven't heard of before. Paradigm, I'd have to look again. I don't know if it's Paragon, I think is what I was, I don't remember. I might not even know what Paradigm is either. I might be thinking Paragon Pro Wrestling. Tell me Exo's fed. Okay, interesting. Taylor Wyndham celebrating and says that he has more to say. He was cut off earlier. And Paradigm in the UWF 5 fed. Interesting. Shit, I know some people who, I don't know if they watched it, would be probably very interested in that. Because, you know, UWFI. So, yeah, he has a lot more to say. He was cut off, but he's going to focus on next month. And when he wins the Gold Label Classic, he's going to be given a live microphone and finish what he had to say. AR Fox is backstage, or actually they come out with the Tate twins. And, well, I guess they're backstage. They talk about the Gold Label Classic and AR Fox being in the semifinals. Talk about their upcoming match. Not too fond of the Rascals, of course, but AR Fox, consistent with how he's been, does give props to Tyree, respects him. He's been here from day one. He's built himself up. But unfortunately, these two are facing off in the semifinals next month of the GLC here, and he's going to have to beat him down to win, because he's planning on doing absolutely whatever it takes to win the Gold Label Classic and get back on top of the Vertigo proverbial mountain. That takes us to the Tate twins versus the Rascals. These guys had to deal with some attacks here by AR Fox earlier, so they're teaming up here to take on the Tate twins. Superb wrestling, decent reaction. Just over an 11.5 minutes. Desmond Xavier breaks out a submission and forces Brent Tate to tap out, and the Rascals get the victory here. Pretty close between all of them. Xavier looked like he was a little bit better, but still didn't quite have to carry everybody, so that's pretty good. Time Bomb Pros, a Fed from Fargo. They're coming to the book. Suzuki versus Dom Guarini. Interesting. I figured there was probably some sort of wrestling in North Dakota. I just have never really heard any of them before. Like, I don't know if there's any South Dakota ones besides Dinsmore's promotion. I even forget the name of it. I mean, I've heard it before from other people who've worked there, though. Calvin Tankman and Trey Lamar are backstage with their newly won, or at least a few weeks ago, newly won Vertigo Tag Team Championships. They talk about how next week they're both going to be competing in separate matches in the Gold Label Classic. And, of course, they look forward to their first title defense and beating down the Neo Body guys who, they say, well, we took on the end. Neo Body guys are going to be no tough task for us. It should be an easy night. But that's after we focus on the Gold Label Classic and our matches next week. We get a quick vignette introducing, of course, the hometown boy, the homegrown Corn Belt Cowboy, one called Manders. Of course, we're here in Des Moines. Very familiar with the former Iowa Hawkeye football player. Very excited to see one called Manders debut tonight in the main event. And we get our main event here. One called Manders, Heath Miller, Matt Cardona, and Pero. Superb wrestling in great heat. Goes just under 16.5 minutes. And after everything is said and done, Heath Miller hits the smash hit on Pero, of all people, to take down the big man. And I should have changed it to Cardona, because realistically I wanted it to be Cardona. I can't even change it there. We'll just pretend. I don't want to back up and do it again. So I actually did it to Cardona, because the point afterwards is, he gets the win with him, because, then Cardona complains about it. Either way, Heath Miller gets the win. He's going to the semifinals, and he will meet up with Taylor Wyndham in the third of 4 semifinal bouts next month. And Heath is celebrating. Oh, see, I forgot to put even Pero and Manders here too. Son of a bitch. Heath Miller celebrates. Matt Cardona complains to the referee. Meanwhile, other referees have to tend to Pero and one called Manders as they're on the outside, continuing to just beat into each other. As these behemoths are just going at it, and referees having to break it up here, as they didn't even seem to realize that the match was already over. And we get to our final minute here, getting ready for the final taping of Attack and our final matches in the group stage of the Gold Label Classic. And we are hyping up the debut next week of the walking weapon, Josh Alexander. And that is how we end the show. 58. We are just rolling and rolling and rolling. I like it. Now, of course, once you get like 3.5 hours deep, everyone gets tired, and your main event tanks. So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to a nice tanking main event. Let's see here. Nick Dinsmore, JT done. Let's see here. I don't think I have any of the other stuff. Nope, that's fine. 2 minutes. Entertainment. Here we go. All right. Temu, how's it going? Let's see here. Fatal 4-way. Let's see. We have got Calvin Tankman. We have got Facade. We have got Speedball Mike Bailey. And we got Wheeler Yuta. Oops. Here we go. Gold Label Classic Group 7. 17 minutes on that one. SMPP GIF got reworked recently. It looks very clean. I've always been like, I don't know what it is about the GIFs, the GIF files that I don't know. Maybe I'm just simplistic at this point because I've played TEW so through enough like generations of it at this point that I'm kind of stuck in my ways of just using JPEGs because I feel like it's a lot easier. And of course, I like the Galaxy background, so I've been using the Galaxy background when I make my own stuff. So I don't know. I like it that way. Probably look a little bit cleaner if I did do, some sort of transparency, but it is what it is. I'm not going to mess with it too much, I think. Let's see. Open match. Decisive win. I mean, I certainly don't fault anyone who does it, but that's just my own feeling. And what is it? I don't know if it's the GIF version. Yeah, it is the GIF version, isn't it? That has the little card at the bottom for like what promotion you're working for. That's cool, but I don't know. I just never got into it personally, but I've seen it and it looks kind of neat, but I don't know. I've just always been like, I'm just not going to worry about it. Mostly because it's already taken me long enough to do anything related to skins in this game, too. I still haven't even completely finished that, and I actually got a good chunk of it done. Everything's just so painful sometimes with this. The trading card one, I believe. Yeah, it's the one that has the... You can't see my hand. The one that kind of has like the diagonal, I think, usually, and has like the border. So like if this is the picture, it has like the border around, and then there's like the little thing that goes like across here in this little corner that'll tell you like what promotion it is. I believe that's the trading card one. Let's see here. Tyree. Microphone. There. Doesn't use the trading card one anymore. Okay. Dynamic one. Let's see. Okay, so yep, that's Tyree. We're doing another angle. Grab that. Angle. There. 2 minutes. Jesse. Caesar. Preston. Entertainment. We'll do entertainment, and then, you know what? We'll have them talk. We'll have them say something. Won't just be his sex appeal. Even though that's the best, that's his biggest piece of skill that he's got right now, is that 74 sex appeal. I think we can eventually get him working with the... He's getting the microphone skill up a little bit. We can keep working at it. I think it'll be fine. I'm wondering if that's a thing. Can he gain that even without just being in a promo with it, even if it's based off of sex appeal? That's one thing I never noticed, because obviously I don't put him in a lot of... I wonder if he's just naturally gaining that. I don't know. I haven't been putting him in a whole lot of, situations where he's talking. So I can't imagine that, that you know, that's just happening. I don't know. Jet Knight, Eli Everfly, real filler match here. Two guys who were just not involved in the tournament. Knight getting the win. Open match, decisive victory. There you go. You know what? This dynamic was started by Curbs Tumbly before he started Wrestle Planet. Is Curbs Tomb still around? He was one of the like, I know there've been, like, I sometimes keep tabs on some of the TEW guys, and I know a lot of them have been kind of like, not around hardly anymore. I don't know if he was one of the guys. He left 3 years ago. Okay. All out match. See, I wasn't sure, because last I knew he was doing part TEW stuff, part like Football Manager stuff, and then yeah, everyone kind of had lives. This is what happens when you don't have a life. You're still here 8 years later, or you're not super extra busy all the time. Anthony Mayweather, Nick Dinsmore. There you go. Talk them up. Well, let's just do microphone. Fuck it. A lot of fun when you get this game. Absolutely. I don't know when they're going to come out with a new one. People keep saying, 2024 should be happening, right? Well, who knows? I'm sure it'll happen. Let's see. Takes a bit. Let me see here. Oh, Eric. Oh, that's right. I was working with a thing here. That's right. Get them onto the show by possibly working a new gimmick. We'll see if maybe this turns out to be a new gimmick. Is it mostly one guy doing this? Oh yeah, for this, yeah, pretty much. That's why of course it is. That's why it's still programmed in Visual Basic 6. Let me address all the criticism 2020 got. Sorry. Entertainment. There we go. There's that. Let's see. Main event. Said very theoretical. All right, main event. Drew Parker, Eddie Edwards, Josh Alexander, and Trey Lamar. Boom. Old label. Classic. Group 8. Gorup 8. There we go. Remember Wrestling Spirit 3. I believe I still have it in... I want to say I have it installed on this computer. I don't remember if I still have the download file or anything like that, because it probably moved to the new one at this point. A long time ago. That was like, oh man, here we go. What's Drew Parker's hardcore stat? I mean, he still probably has got some decent stuff, right? 70. I mean, probably now it would be bigger, but I mean, also now it doesn't matter because Drew Parker's not doing it anymore. Let's see here. And we have got Josh Alexander. Ooh, who should take the loss here? Let's go Parker. Fuck it. Let's do Parker. I don't want Eddie taking the loss. Open match, decisive win. Should it be a submission? It should be a submission. I don't know what Josh Alexander has got I know he does the ankle lock. Is that his finisher? I can't remember now. Did Drew Parker retire? No. He didn't retire. He retired from death matches. So now he's just. I think he's trying to do, like, well, Ricky Shane Page. I think doesn't. I think he still does some, but I think Ricky Shane Page is another guy who is sort of getting away from the deathmatch thing, I think. But no, Drew Parker, like, at least officially said he's done. He's done with death matches. He's going to be just a straight up wrestler now, which, you know, probably a good idea. You do enough of these death matches, it takes a toll on your body. Sick Nick Mondo retired at fucking 25 years old, so, you know. There we go. Minor successes there. 61. Where did I fuck up? 2, 1, 11, 2, 2. Once again, 1 minute either way probably isn't going to do anything, but I like booking the straight 60 minutes. MLDL. Yeah, I've seen him in MLW now. I didn't know if he was still, because he's still doing some hardcore stuff, quote unquote, but it's like, you know, sort of the pseudo sports entertainment wrestling stuff, not really like straight up deathmatch stuff. Yeah, because I don't watch much MLW, but I will watch the Battle Riot when they have it. That's how I end up keeping up on literally anybody who's there, is because of the Battle Riot. I think we're good to go then. Boom. All right, Vertigo Attack episode 36. It's the fourth and final episode in the taping here. We finally get the official number, 162 people showing up for our first set of tapings in our new studio. I'm sure by the time we get to our next pay-per-view for Neon Zero, it will change drastically and we'll get a lot more people because, you know, TV tapings don't bring as much money as many people as pay-per-views or PLEs or whatever you want to call them. We open up with Nick Dinsmore. He's backstage. JT Dunn has spent this time still not able to deal with Joe Hennig. He's not been able to kick his ass yet. And of course, he's been eliminated in the group stage. And he demands that Dinsmore get a hold of Joe Hennig, get him back in. Of course, Joe Hennig decided to make himself at home, you know, just a few weeks ago. And, you know, should be no problem for him to show up and face JT Dunn for a fight next week, which would be the first in October. And so we've got our seventh group number 7 in the Gold Label Classic for our first matchup here. Calvin Tankman, Facade, Mike Bailey, and Wheeler Yuta. Superb wrestling and decent reaction. A great showing here for everybody. Mike Bailey, though, hits the shooting star knee drop on Facade, gets the win, and Speedball Mike Bailey will be moving on to the semifinals. Facade, the weak link there. Yeah, I guess I could kind of see that. Everyone did quite well. Everyone's doing very well now. Jesus. Pop is the whole point of a TV. Yeah. But let's see. Ty Ray, he's got a quick promo, quick vignette. He knows the challenge in front of him next week with AR Fox. They're going to be facing off in that very first semifinal match. And he knows that he's got a mountain in front of him with a pissed off AR Fox, but he's looking forward to the challenge. He's ready to step up. He keeps telling people that being the Vertigo World Champion is his destiny. Calls himself the Prodigy in the future. He's ready to step up and prove himself against AR Fox next week in the semifinals. Jesse Goddard, Caesar, and Preston are all out tanning. And at the gym, they are in their tanning booths, complete with banana hammocks and sunglasses. Talk about Tankman and Lamar getting themselves ready for a future tag title match. Of course, Preston getting eliminated from the from the Gold Label Classic means they can now focus on facing Tankman and Lamar for the tag team titles. And, you know, they're ready for them to lose, and they can get their tag title match here. Of course, they, you know, we just seen Calvin Tankman lose. We still got to see if Trey Lamar loses. And they prepare themselves for the possibility. We get a match here between Jet Knight, Eli Everfly. Both these guys flying around the ring, going all out for 9.5 minutes. Jet Knight submits Eli Everfly, gets the win. Not much going on there, but wanted to get them guys here in the tapings since Everett was in the tournament. Wanted to get Everfly in there as well. Anthony Mayweather is in Nick Dinsmore's office. He's talking about the Gold Label Classic. And, you know, he's looking at some of the guys and the potential challenges for him. But he says he's ready for a fight at Neon Zero, and he's looking forward to see what Nick Dinsmore has set up. And he says he's getting ready to set up a challenger. We'll have to see what happens tonight. But by next week, we will have something set up to determine the next challenger at Neon Zero for the Vertigo World Championship. So he reassures Anthony Mayweather there will be a challenger for him, and he will be setting something up to determine said challenger starting next week. We get Eric Cannon backstage with the Throwbacks as they seem to be at a table crushing Pabst Blue Ribbon and possibly playing cards or bumming around on their cell phone and just kind of hanging out. Nick Dinsmore, after dealing with Mayweather, comes by and sees all the beer cans hanging around and scolds them for making the mess here. And Cannon offers him a PBR as well. Dinsmore angrily accepts and walks away and takes the beer with him. And we get our main event here in the 8th and final group for the Gold Label Classic. The final match in the group stage. Superb wrestling in great heat. We got Drew Parker, Eddie Edwards, Josh Alexander, and Trey Lamar all facing off. Strained bicep for Edwards. That sucks. But nonetheless, fantastic match. Josh Alexander submits Drew Parker, and Josh Alexander will be going on to the semifinals of the Gold Label Classic. And with that, to the end of this, Mike Bailey comes out, goes face to face with Josh Alexander. People are going crazy. And Bailey reiterates the battles that they've had so far together and the respect that they have towards one another. They shake hands. They look forward to another battle in the semifinals of the Gold Label Classic next month. And that is how we end the show. Not great. I figured if it was not the very last show in the tapings, it'd be a lot better, but that's all right. There we go. TV tapings affect pop less than events. I guess that makes sense because, like, you know, TV tapings, TV's not as big as like a pay-per-view. Like, do you remember what happened? I mean, I guess it makes sense because if something good or bad happens on a pay-per-view, you're going to remember that a lot better than some random Raw, unless it was like excruciatingly bad. Yuji Nagata retiring. Minoru Suzuki's leaving New Japan. So they're not re-signing Suzuki. They're going to re-sign Nagata, that's fine, but they're going to re-sign Nakanishi too? MVP's restaying. Inoue's restaying. Can you be a heel team name for Eric Young and Bubba Ray? Yeah, I know. I feel like if you do enough tapings, it should. I feel like at least 1 month's worth of TV taping should be worth as much as, or at least maybe, I don't know if you want to scale it down to a fourth or a third or something. But yeah, I feel like if you do have enough put together as far as like successes, then yeah, it should be about as much as an event. And I think it gets close, I think. I tend to notice that sometimes with the size with this. I can't really see here because like we're a 28 here. We're not doing nearly as many events anymore as IdolPro is, but we're still at a 27. So like I don't think it has as much of effect on popularity as events, but I think it gets close. Uh-oh, Yuta wants more money. Okay, $60 more. That's fine. Drew Parker is clumsy. I'd cut the kid loose before someone gets seriously hurt. Fuck yourself. Mike Bailey's feeling the race. Yeah, that's fine. We're not going to use him again until next month. Eddie Edwards with a strained bicep. 5 days. He'll be good as new. We don't need to use. We're not going to use him for another like 30 anyway, so it's fine. I think everything else is fine. NXT UK. Yeah, NXT UK is still a thing here. He's still Walter and Pudgy. Mark Andrews on loan. All right, so nothing's crazy, I think, with the exception of well, let's go back to Vertigo real quick. I highly doubt it. Yep, we're too small for Suzuki. I'm not shocked. Thick Walter. All right. Move all that up to my TV tapings. All right. One more event because we've got all of our IdolPro events to do still. And it's still a few days away. And we're going to do one tonight and then the other two on a future stream. Mostly because I haven't booked those yet. Let's see. But also time constraints. You know, it's almost midnight already, so it makes sense. NXT UK. Mark Haskins title victory for Rev Pro. Recovery for Brian Cage. Joey Ryan. Ashley Vox. Tank. Okay. So nothing going on really. Scott Steiner having an official retirement is something that I didn't even know was happening. I figured he already was. Anthony Bowens is ready to work at a new game area. Okay. I almost don't want to look at how much money I have and then just go on the assumption that, you know, everything will be fine. That's all right. 14 segments is all I got to book. That's all I got left. Ishii's back at 100%. Paul Heyman got extended. Showed my TV show. King of Trios was the thing. Was that just the one night? I wonder, is it a one night thing? I think it is a one night thing. It looks like it. Did they declare a champion for that? Icarus, the Whisper, and Der Wildebeest. Man, it's just sad to see Chikara still being a thing right now. Can I just close it down? I guess. Just let these guys go work somewhere else. Even though I think a lot of them, well, I'm sure a good chunk of them still do. All right, nothing else really going on there. So we do that. And got the viewing figure, 7,600. Okay. All right, where am I at? I'm 7,300 in debt, minus 22,000. All I'm waiting on is sponsors. So I think I'm going to get about 18,000 more. 23,493. Fuck. So 19,000. Shit, we're only going to lose like $3,000 this month. That's pretty good. I think we'll still wind up with more than 10,000 in our finances. That would be fantastic. To spend the money on a building and then not have to worry about that. I like that. Let's see here. IdolPro. New entry is 01 Hall of Fame. New Japan development deal. Oh, 01 has just become the development promotion for New Japan. Let's say, do they really? They don't really have anything close to. They just do straight from dojo to New Japan shows. Maybe they should have their own NXT. I mean, to be fair, you know what? Noah becomes pretty close to their development promotion. Except it's owned by a different conglomerate. Stardom Tag Edition, Kiri and Rika Tatsumi. It's with the Stardom logo is that's a thing. Let's see. Scott Stanford, Billy. AEW hired Kira Hogan. Didn't she get hired in real? No. Did she get hired by AEW or is she still with Impact? I can't tell anymore. I think she got hired by AEW, right? I think she left Impact. Guess it doesn't matter to me. New Japan does excursions. That's a good point. Tuesday. We got to get to Thursday. Thursday is the day. We're just a couple days out. Just a couple days out. Which is good. Nothing major's happened. We don't have any like major injuries or any of that shit. So, I mean, that's always nice. I don't want to speak that into existence. Who knows what'll happen. GCW is just moving their production values all over the place. You know, like real GCW. Sometimes it's just a curtain. Sometimes they put some actual production into shit. Sometimes it's just a complete audio and video disaster. Sometimes it's working okay. Man, they got GCW down. Let's see. Go Shizaki injured. Dark. Nothing. Only back at 100. Dragon Gator trying to bring in more people. Rebby Sky and Matt Hardy divorced. Holy shit. Could you imagine the fucking Twitter threads? The Reddit threads and the 4chan threads and the tweets that would come out of Rebby Sky being like, let me tell you about fucking Matt. Because I couldn't imagine her being extra professional about it. If she had tea to spill, you know she'd fucking spill the shit out of that tea. Yoshinari Ogawa. Ogawa wasn't the guy that got... Was Ogawa the guy that got, like... Was he the one that got fucked up in that match? Was he the one that got, I don't think he was he? I don't remember now. I'd have to like look at like his cage match or something. Is he still wrestling? Okay, he's still wrestling. I would probably thinking of somebody else then. I forget the guy who got fucked up was it a Noah show or a 0-1 show? I forget which show it was where he's practically like swivel hips. Practically paraplegic. I forget who it was. And it was such a simple thing too, but he just cracked his fucking head on the turnbuckle and that was enough. You hear the car soul room got changed? The what? I don't feel like I should understand, but I'm not 100% certain. I'm sorry. Hikari. Oh, I should probably look at her medical. It's being worked through. Okay. And Camille's still got 2 days left on her shit, so that's fine. We have money, though. We're about to spend that money. We're going to spend the shit out of that money. All right. Finally, showtime. Holy shit. Shinjuku face? Yeah, that sounds about right. Save that selection. We're not broadcasting this one yet. Perfect. All right, let's do this. We're missing some people, but that's all right. Let me take a look at... that's not what I want. Yep. Kamiyu, Rina Yamashita, Natsu, Mio. Okay, perfect. Everyone who I assumed is going to be gone is gone. I'd probably change some things around if they weren't, so that's all right. Sayuri Namba. And Ari. There we go. 4 minutes on that. Opening match up. We got Sayakami Tani in action. She's going to face the debuting Yuri. And that's going to be 13 minutes. Just basically getting to show off Yuri a little bit. Is Tikla available? I'd have to look. This is still Ice Ribbon Tikla, though. Hell, this is June 2020 is like barely still done a whole lot. Stardom Julia. Like even Julia wasn't all that hot shit in 2020. Do I even have her in here for that? No, I'd have to go looking for her. I don't think I can do that right now. I'd have to look. I'm sure I know Tikla's in here. I don't know what Tikla's stats looks like. Because this is, like I said, this is Ice Ribbon Tikla at this point. Hell, we're still in this. It's weird how old this is now because we're still technically in, we're still technically in AWG. We still got AWG Himika and AWG now Kakuta. Hell, AWG Himika is the biggest one because, you know, she's been through a half a Stardom career at this point and then retired. Go to the roster and press the picture. You can search. I know she's in here. I don't know what her stats look like. I'd have to look and see who she's signed by. I don't think she might be signed by Stardom now. Hang on. What am I doing here? Oh shoot. Yeah, no Choco Pro. I've had to add some of the Choco Pro. Some of the Choco Pro people have been added in this, but yeah, Gato Move isn't really a thing in this version. Yeah. They have been added at least in future versions. That's why I have like Chie and all that. So let's see here. Saya. She's talking. I can knock this out. I can knock this out pretty quickly, I swear. Tag team. We've got a weird alliance that's been going between Unimon and Ram Kaicho. And they're going to face Chie and Miyako Matsumoto, who've got their alliance going. 14 on that one. And we have got Ram getting the win on, I guess doesn't really. Chie. We'll do an open match. It's going to be a tainted win because outside interference on Chie by a vengeful Lady C. Actually, I think it's going to be a distraction more than anything. Let's do that. Let's do a distraction finish. Lady C. Boom. Boom. All right. Drop in that. Boom. 2 minutes. Miyako Matsumoto. Lady C. Would Gleet and Ganbare still not be open? I mean, Ganbare was before this anyway, because Ganbare was involved at Ultimate Party, which I was at in November 2019. So Ganbare existed. Ganbare Joshi didn't exist. I think Ganbare at the time, as far as female competitors, was literally just Harukaze. Because I think even what's her name? Yuna Manase hadn't left Tokyo Joshi Pro, I think, just yet. So I think she's still employed by TJPW in this. But yeah, Gleet isn't a thing, as far as I know. Yeah, no. Because this is 2020. I think I have Michiko Miyagi, but she was still Andres Miyagi because I think she had just left Stardom at that point. I think that's around that same time. God, it's hard to think of what happened the longer it goes, I'm sitting here thinking, like, what happened 3 years ago now? Shit. Man, that's getting farther and farther away now. I can't believe it's been 3 years. 4, 13, 2. Okay, I just wanted to make sure I was on point with what I was doing here. 3-on-3. We got Revelation, Abaddon, Harn, and Echo, and then of course Michiko Miyagi. And they're facing the team of Martina because Natsu's not here. Yoshiko Hasegawa and Sai Nomura. There we go. We're going 15 minutes on that one. We'll give Michiko the win. Should it be open match? Yeah, you know what? I guess for Martina, maybe. She's the only one I really care to protect, I guess. Dragon Lee 2 got to keep his name, yeah. Decisive win. There you go. Perfect. I think we're good there. 7. Speaking of Himika, boom. It's 3 minutes. Himika, Michiko Miyagi, Abaddon, Arna Neko. She's going to do selling. She's going to do fighting. Minor defeat, minor success. Minor success. Boom. Oh, I forgot about it. Do I have my pre-booking stuff? Okay, I just want to make sure I didn't pre-book this because I can't just like get rid of that. So, all right. So we've got Arisu Endo and Mika Iwata, the challenge that was thrown out at the last live stage, to see if Arisu is getting better. She faces the ultimate test, and because it's Mika Iwata, she is not going to make it happen. She's going to do well, though. She's going to do well. In fact, I think we should keep her strong. We're gonna try to make her look a little bit better here in defeat. I think that'll work. Throwing the angle. We got 1 minute. Quick 1 minute. Do this. Call it good. Mika Iwata, Arisu. What should we do? She's selling. I guess she could sell her match, but I guess star quality maybe. Yeah, star quality for her. She's gonna sell her match, but nonetheless, there you go. Angle. Boom. 4 minutes. Mei Saruga. She's not happy with Momika. She is getting that taken care of now. You know what? Instead of that, perfect. We'll just do it now. Instead of doing a whole nother thing on the next show, we're going to announce it now. We're just going to get that out of the way now. There you go. Gonna head out 2:07. I don't blame you. It's after midnight here. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm out. So appreciate you being here. Appreciate any of you guys being here. And hope you have a good night. Like I said, I'll finish this up and then be on my way. Because I need to sleep too. I have a thing called work. And I don't sleep enough as it is. Fuck, I don't. Should probably be now taking it, but I don't want to make it. I don't know why I did this. I think it's because they can't win every freaking match, but you know. All right. We don't get that much left. We are just about there. We got 3 more segments. 2 of them are angles, so 2 there. Reika, she's talking with the crowd. Success. Match. Main event. Reika. Risa. Drop it in. 19 minutes, 21 total. Reika. Come on. Open. Decisive. That's about it. Pretty straightforward match with a straightforward winner. Good win for the challenger. Mirai Mayumi. Marika. Kobashi. 2 minutes with an angle at the end. How good could this be? Probably not great. I think it could probably be entertainment more than anything for that. So we'll do that. I wonder if they're off screen, if I could still use people. Probably not. Who am I trying to think of? Fuck it. My brain farted for a second as to who I was looking for. There we go. I guarantee, even if it's off screen, I can't. Oh no, I can. She's off screen. There you go. All right. Perfect. Oh, you know what? We will, I will, since it's off screen, I could have Camille be alluded to. There you go. So she can get a little bit of bump off of that as well. All right. 14 segments, 120 minutes even. And we are good to go. Let's get this taken care of. Give me just a moment here. Boom. I don't know why Chatty doesn't tell me. It tells me when there's subscribers, but not when there's new followers. Otherwise, I could have shouted out having a follow. That's all right. 6 away from 1,000. Holy shit. I'm right there. I'm right goddamn there. I've been kind of hovering around like the 988 to 985, and I'm right there. 6 away from the big 1K. All right. Booking analysis. Nothing's there. Nothing important, at least. And we're good to go. All right, we are here at IdolPro's live stage 34 at a nearly sold-out crowd at Shinjuku Face in Tokyo. We start off, of course, as we do most of the time, with Sayuri Namba running down the card for the night, and once again being interrupted by Hikari, once again, Coming out to insult Jungle Kiona, who is not here. She says that Jungle Kiona is not here, so she's not here to face her tonight, but she dares her next week. They're going to be right back here for the next live stage to prepare for Tokyo's Most Wanted. Confront her then, so that they can have their standoff. By the way, I believe, yep, we only have the one match thus far. I think I can officially put this in at this point because we just have the one matchup. So, oh, that's not what I want. So we'll make that official for sure. 1v1 must be default. No, I think I can do a street fight. Nope, I can't. Okay, I think that's just what hardcore is for. Whoops. We are looking at Hikari Noah and Jungle Kiona. I do like how someone talked about the New Japan show in America, the New Japan Strong show, having like the Juice Robinson street fight, and it's just like, oh yeah, this is what the Japanese just think. Like, oh yeah, the Americans, they like their street fights, yes? Yeah, well, actually, probably kinda. So yeah, we get that. We get it pretty much made official. It's going to be a street fight at Tokyo's Most Wanted for that. And let's see here. Sayakami Tani taking on the debuting Yuri. And, great rating for Yuri here. Little not so hot for Yuri, but, that can come with time. Saya did pretty well, though. Basic little opening matchup, of course. Good heat, decent wrestling. Defeated her in just under 11 and a half minutes with a Phoenix Splash. And surprisingly didn't break her jaw. Saya, of course, post-match, she wants to continue her rise back to the Royal Spirit title contention. She appreciates the fan support that she has gotten from the people in the crowd and the people online. And she looks forward to getting back in contention to challenge for the Royal Spirit Championship. We get Yuna Mizumori and Ram Kaicho. They had a bit of a small alliance at the last live stage, and they seem to be tag teaming here against the newly formed alliance of Chie Koishikawa and Miyako Matsumoto. It seems like it's been pretty much made official that Chie is going to be Miyako's new protege, especially after kicking Lady C to the curb and everything with that. And of course, to keep that going, just under 12 and a half minutes, Ram pins Chie with a Rainmaker after getting distracted by Lady C, who came down to the ring and distracted Chie. Allowed Ram to get the win, and win there for Yuna and Ram. Of course, Miyako is incensed at the fact that Lady C just will not go away. She wants to enact her revenge on these two, as she doesn't know why Lady C just won't go away. She kicked her to the curb, but if it's a fight she wants, it's a fight she'll get, and so she will fight her at Tokyo's Most Wanted in a Falls Count Anywhere match. And is that official? There it is. Okay, perfect. So we're going to make that official here. Miyako Matsumoto and Lady C in Falls Count Anywhere. There we go. So the card's starting to really take shape here. We got Revelation, all three members of Miyagi, Abaddon, and Neko taking on one half of the Queens of Kanpai, Martina, Yoshika Hasegawa, and Sai Nomura. And great heat, decent wrestling. Went just under 12 minutes. Miyagi hits the missile dropkick on Sai Nomura and gets the win for Revelation. And let's see here. Well, no one person was dragging in the middle. It was both Sai and Yoshiko. And then Martina and Michiko kind of helped keep the 51 rating. And much like she had asked her to, Himika makes her presence known as Miyagi had thrown down the challenge to confront her. And, well, here is Himika, and as they go at it, Abaddon and Haruneko attack Himika from behind, and that it just allows Miyagi to help with the beatdown as well. Stomps her, slams her, leaves her laying, and Miyagi poses over her and leaves her laying in the middle of the ring. And Himika probably thought that it wasn't going to go this way, but, well, that's what you get with Revelation. We get the big challenge that was thrown down by Mika Iwata to test out Arisu Endo and see where she is at. Jesus, 25. Well, it is not there. 2020 Arisu Endo being built up like this is not close to, the Arisu Endo that we have now, who, has at least gotten a hell of a lot better in the last 3 years. Well, maybe that's just what we need to get to. We need to get to May, June 2023, and she'll get a lot better. But fantastic heat and great wrestling between the two, as the assessment from Mika Iwata was at least successful in her favor with a spinning heel kick just after 18 minutes to pin Arisu Endo. Arisu did what she could. She tried, but wasn't successful against Mika Iwata. She seems to be the yardstick, or however you want to say it, of the bar that has been set for anyone looking to break into the main event or truly challenge themselves as a wrestler. But she does give a show of respect to Arisu Endo. Thanks her friends, family, and supporters. But no, shakes her hand and raises her hand, and there you go. Just walks away after that. So, hey, decent match out of Arisu. I mean, she was basically carried by Mika, but nonetheless, she got a decent match, and there you go, the handshake after. Not so much respect here between Mei Suruga and Momika Hanazono, though, as she calls out Momika. She wants to face her one more time, and Momika, with a bubble gun, says sure, she'll face her one more time, and Mei says, by the way, we will be conducting this just so you can't run, just so you can't drag any other weapons or anything into the ring. She will be trapped inside of a steel cage. So we will put that in there. Cage Classic. So it will be Mei Suruga taking on Momika Hanazono in a steel cage match. There you go. And of course, classic rules still applying there, only by pinfall or submission. No escaping the cage or any of that nonsense. Pinfall submission, Mei Suruga, Momika Hanazono inside a cage. We get our next match. The Bakuretsu sisters taking on AI Princess of Nao Ishikawa and Yuki Arai. Great wrestling, or decent wrestling, great heat. Just over 15 minutes. Nodoka takes Nao Ishikawa, hits her with the kill switch. Oh boy, Yuki Aino has sustained a broken leg. Oh no. That is no bueno. Nodoka really helped carry that. Yep. As Yuki was the next best person, as Yuki Arai and Nao Ishikawa. Oh boy. I'm worried to see what happens after this. Yuki Aino might be out for a little while. Broken leg lower. That means like her that's like her shin. Fuck, broken legs are that's gonna be hell. On the other hand, single star Nodoka sounds like it's gonna be a reality. Single star Nodoka run coming up. All right. Reika Saiki coming out and just cuts herself a little promo talking about her upcoming matchup that we could put in here, and believes that she'll be the next champ. She wants to take the belt with her to the different TV shows and various media events that she goes to. Wants to be the big time blockbuster champion that IdolPro deserves, and wants to bring true prestige to IdolPro and the Royal Spirit Championship. We don't have that officially booked, so we will put that in there. Just 1v1 for sure. Momo Watanabe defending the Royal Spirit Championship against Reika Saiki. And Royal Spirit title on the line. There we go. As the card is really starting to come through here. And that is, of course, leading up to our main event. Reika Saiki taking on one half of Death Riot, Risa Serra, in singles action. These guys go nearly 19 and a half minutes, but Reika locks the camel clutch in on Risa Serra and forces her to tap out. And Reika, the number one contender, successful in her match here tonight. And as Risa Serra is recovering, we go up to the screen and we see Mirai Mayumi and Marika. They have a camera. It is assumed that Kamiyu is holding the camera. There is a camera person there for them, but they allude to Rina Yamashita. They allude to perhaps being outside of her apartment door. And, they congratulate Risa Serra on being able to challenge for the Twin Spirit Championships, but say that her and Rina Yamashita may not make it to Tokyo's Most Wanted as a team. And just as they're about to open up the door to what is presumed to be Rina Yamashita's place, the camera cuts off and the show ends. 57. All right. First off, we're going to give Mika Iwata her props for carrying Arisa Endo. We're going to give Nodoka Tenma props for carrying her match. And I mean, we could give it to either Reika or we might give it to Yuki Aino. She just broke her leg, for God's sakes. We're going to insult her. How dare you break your leg? No, tell her that she's awesome. Give her the best of wishes for a speedy recovery, which it's a broken leg, probably not going to happen, but All right, where are we at officially with that? Thursday, week 3. So we've got 2 more events this month. But that's going to be the end here once I get to this here. All right. So we got some stuff here. So live stage Thursday, week 3. Active. Save it. Perfect. Still going to be missing out on some people. That's fine. All right. Slowly ticking up in amount of people attending. So that's pretty good. September, that was nowhere even near a top 10 best. That's all right. What do we got here? Lady C is going to be a star, in my opinion. Martina's feeling the effects. Yuki Aino suffered a broken leg. All right. How long is she out? 11 months and 3 weeks. No surgery available. She's just going to have to let it heal. So she's out for the next year. So maybe at next year's Tokyo's Most Wanted, we can bring her back triumphantly. And then at that point, maybe I've worked Nodoka Tenma into being a single star, and then we don't even need her. All right, so we got 6 days left until that show. We'll get to the 6 days. We'll see what we've got going up to that. So not much going on there. Not much going on there. Chris Brooks invents a new move. Rey Mysterio in the Hall of Fame. Well, that made sense in real life. There we go. Not much there. Joe Hendry. See, this is another thing. Because it's 2020, I probably would have brought in Joe Hendry at this point. But we're still in the era of Ring of Honor having exclusive written deals. So, yeah, he's still exclusive written to Ring of Honor. There we go. What do we got here? Oh, Kamiyu's back. Kamiyu's set to go. Vic Capri retiring. Okay. Eddie Kingston won the Attack title. Too Cold Scorpios retired. David Starr has a new catchphrase, and that catchphrase is, please hire me. Demi Bennett married last night. Is that someone outside the wrestling business? Ooh. Oh boy. Well, at least we know it's not Dominic. I wonder why that's a thing. I wonder why. I mean, I guess technically maybe in 2020 she was with somebody. I think she was maybe with somebody else. She wasn't with Buddy. But yeah, I think that's kind of funny. Here we go. Oh God, is he still? Oh, speaking of, is he still? I gotta see if he still has certain traits and stuff that I might need to get rid of. Might need to add some certain traits to him just to make sure he doesn't get hired in too many places. Missing the big pay. Yeah, that's a good point. Let's see. Here's Antonio Honda. Karen Orn, Aussie Open, Progress Tag titles, ICW stuff, Isla Dawn. Okay. Isla Dawn's in WWE now, isn't she? NXT UK and ICW. Okay, yeah, so she was in NXT. Yeah, she's in NXT right now, isn't she? Was she a part of that one stable? I think there was a stable with, what's her name? Man, I don't know. I don't fucking watch NXT, dude. I don't fucking watch NXT. I don't remember. I don't remember names. There we go. Clash of Champions in Boston. Ooh, it's a pay-per-view. Anything big happen? Let's just go on down here. Dolph Ziggler retained. Mustafa Ali tacked. Mustafa Ali challenged for the WWE title. Miz and Morrison kept their belts. Naomi kept her belts. Matt Riddle kept his belts. Akira Tozawa defeated Apollo Crews in a cage match. Yeah, it looks like everything's fine. I think if anything happened, it would have told me here. Social media, okay, that's fine. Ace Austin back in 100%. Didn't Ace Austin in this get hired by AEW? Yeah. That was one of the other big signings, Ace Austin with AEW. Marufuji staying with Noah. Yeah, I'd hope so. All right. I wonder if I should end it just a couple days early. Because, you know, we still got less than 2 weeks of actual simming to do. It's getting a bit late. If we could just plow through 2 more days to Thursday. That's all right. Raw, New Japan taking Will Ospreay to Ring of Honor. Ted Gibson, CW, Microman. Rhea O'Reilly quits Shimmer. Oh yeah, Shimmer still exists here. Liv Morgan joins NWA. What a headline. I forgot she left WWE. She's not active in Japan. Can I make her active in Japan? She's not interested in doing it. I mean, the other idea, I guess, is I could hire her for my American promotion and then trade her. But then I'm going to need some sort of male to hire and do the talent swap. I could do that. Pick up like a Japanese wrestler and do the old talent swap. MCW have made an offer to Bo Dallas. Hey, we're back into the positive. We're back. That fucking Jim Cornette. That's obviously one of the newer ones too. Like that's him recreating the photo. Because he's wearing something different. And he's obviously older than when he actually did that picture. Or when he did the original one. So he's just recreating it, I guess. Oh my God. He's being loaned out to Ring of Honor and immediately got hurt. Jesus Christ. Spike and Joey Janelle argue. Engagement news. Alley Cat and Chris Dickinson. Hamako Hoshi hangs boots up. 0-1 set their sights. Alexander Hammerstone going to the NWA. Boy, I bet you Court Bauer would be pissed about that. He'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? You are not going to take him from me. He's already trying to take on WWE and everybody else. He just try to crush Billy Corgan. Let's see. NXT wrestling, nothing. All right, nothing big happening. I guess you know what? I'll keep my fingers crossed. Nothing major happened. No insane things. So, all right, we'll go ahead and save that and call it good. God damn. All right. We've plowed through a lot here. We got just a couple of weeks left. We got 2 more events, 1 more live stage, and then Tokyo's Most Wanted for IdolPro. Let's see here. $10,000. We made $3,000. We're definitely going to lose money. Yeah, I think we're going to lose money when we get to the end of all of this. And then Vertigo, 2,200, 12,000. We are still 9,000 short, it looks like. So we might only lose about $3,000. Like I said, we might have over 11,000 by the time we're done with this. That would be great, because then we could go right back to making money. I think, and not next month, but probably like October. Or not October, but November. Either way, appreciate you guys being here. Those of you who've been here and had chatting, those of you that have been here and lurking, just the fact that you guys are here to watch, I do appreciate that. Those of you who watch this on YouTube, when I put this up on YouTube, I appreciate you watching as well. So thank you guys, and I will see you guys next time.